welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions Emergence. Last time we got sort of a pre-tutorial. We had a little fight with some super NPCs backing us up. In this part, we're going to start off with pretty much with a proper tutorial. So, well, not exactly proper tutorial. It doesn't just walk you through the mechanics of the game so much as it sets you up in a situation where you have a full party, you're fighting another full party, not exactly too much stronger than you, and you're no longer being supported by super NPCs. So, getting into it, we've got a little bit of dialogue.
What do we have here? We moppets, is it? Our luck's went turned for the better. Alright, lads, cut through these ones and we're as good as fled. We'll make quick work of them. Don't be leaving no squealers behind, neither.
So basically, we've got deserters from the previous war. Pretty much, you'll hear allusions to the war. And there's a big group of people who pretty much deserted because they were poor and they didn't want to keep being used as soldiers, you know. So basically, the story of Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions is one of class struggle, basically. Class struggle, political subterfuge, and like using the low class as a prop up for the high class. Sounds like, you know. Anyway, we've got Delita here saying, Careful, Ramza, remember, the well-aimed thrust pierces the mail. Don't patronize me, Delita. We Beowulfs know our way around the battlefield.
Beowulf, was it? Heir to the noble house, Beowulf, I would wager. Looks like we have ourselves some apprentices from the academy. Well, highborn moppets are still moppets. Lay down your arms or die clutching them. No one will mourn your passing. And you mean to make us do that, then? You ain't far over your little heads.
With that, it's our main character's turn. So one thing you'll want to know right off the bat is once you are able to, like, if you remove the menu, basically if you press circle or if you click X to move, you can shift the position of the camera using the left stick. You can shift the height of the camera using your right bumper, and you can shift your zoom with your left bumper. So just in case you need to look at the entire battlefield, there are ways you can do that. See, that because it is an isometric perspective in this game, so buildings and all that stuff they matter. The placement of those things matter. Aside from that, we'll look at some classes. I know last time I think I talked about it a little bit. We've got Squires and Chemist. That's pretty much all there is in this battle, is Squire and the Chemist. Squires, again, are like the basic martial class. They open up the way for the other martial classes. And then Chemists are not exactly a magic class. They use items. So they're almost a budget white mage, except they can do some things that white mages can't. For example, they can throw items. When it comes around to my Chemist's turn, I'll show you that. One thing I will say is that I kind of messed up in my placement here. Usually I would like to have one extra Chemist here, because I don't believe... Yeah. So your Squires... Yeah, none of your Squires have access to the item ability, which, as you can see here, my Chemist does. It's his main ability. That is the only way you can use curatives in this game is if you have the item's ability equipped and you have the item you wish to use learned as an ability for that job class. I'll go a little more in depth into that after I get the ability to show you my party roster. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have Ramza go over here, start wailing on this guy. It's a pretty straightforward battle. I mean, it's pretty difficult to lose it. Although, like I said, with me not putting the proper number of healers in my party, I may struggle a bit here. Alright, we're just gonna wait. Will any of them know? Okay, so here's a character who knows the stone ability. It's a ranged attack, it does a small amount of damage, and it also has a chance to knock back the unit that it hits. And so it's just a pretty good way of chipping away at your enemy. So here, I'll just show you. You go to items and you hit potion, and that red area is how far you can throw the item. So normally, if like the squires had the ability to use their potions, they could only hit the adjacent squares to them, essentially the four cardinal directions. They can't even give to like a diagonal square. It has to be like directly adjacent to them. But again, chemists can throw them, which is pretty useful. We'll have him move back one, actually. And we'll have our other... I'm gonna go here, I think. And wait here. And then, Deli Tell You is a guest in your party, so you can't control him. He's like the super NPCs we had last time, except he's more your level. What happened right there with that sound cue and numbers appearing more harshly with the screen shake or whatever, that is a crit. So it's always possible to crit. I believe crits can also knock you back. So that's just something to think about. So now we're gonna... Oh, as well, you'll see in the top right corner there, it'll say height. Height matters a lot. Height and depth. If there's too much of a difference, I believe if there's a difference of 2 or more between the enemy's height and your height or depth, then you won't be able to hit them. And as well as if you are in a depth of 2 or more, you just are unable to use any actions. So if I were to move to this square here, I wouldn't be able to hit this enemy squire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and attack first, and then I'll move so that my next squire can do some damage. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna move here to cut off their chemist so that he can't get to his friends. Now here, I'm just gonna heal Delita, even though usually that doesn't need to happen. I do want some experience and JP. The way that experience and JP are gained is every time you make a successful action, you'll gain a certain amount. Usually it's 10 of each if you use it on yourself or someone who is the same level as you, and then it goes up from there based on how high of a level the target was. Missing an ability does nothing. As well as you will have seen when I am queuing up an ability, it has a number of HP that it will take in the case of an attack and a percentage chance. You may have noticed that when I was facing an enemy unit head on, that percentage chance was around 90, maybe 80, and now it's 100%. That is because the placement of your units, as well as the facing of the enemy units, matters in queuing up abilities. With that, I'll turn this way. Got their squire. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this squire out since she hasn't had her turn yet. Oof, another crit. Rough. And then when I move, I'm gonna hit. Ooh, that was a nice crit. I'll wait. Figured he'd walk up here. Yeah. That 5% chance happens a lot more often than you think, so especially later on in the game, there are some classes that can give you extra chance to evade attacks and or block attacks, and so yeah, those 95% chances, it kind of start to matter a bit. So I would get into the habit of predicting, you know, the facing, which you won't have to fully predict. I'm pretty lazy, but there is, okay, so if you press circle on your turn and then hit triangle, you're able to bring up the turn list, so you can literally see like who goes next. So Claudian is this guy where with the cursor over him. So he's gonna go after me, my chemist, and then my other squire. So you can use the turn list to completely, like, you can use it to your advantage to like completely like outclass your enemy, and you may need to use it sometimes as well. But yeah, you have a unit list that shows you like who's up and down. Here's a cursor movement. Let's see. For type A, so basically type A and type B, it's just preference based. A lot of the stuff is just preference based. We've got the rate of movement. There's multi-heights that can toggle, but that can be toggled between. A lot of this stuff will come up as I let's see. Don't display unequipable items. Optimize on job change. Okay. Battle prompts. That's something I'll leave on for this. Alright, sorry, I got a little lost in that. Basically, you've got that. You've got your unit list that shows you who's down. You see the 2s above each of those characters I've knocked down so far. After each round of combat, so every time the list goes back to 1, that number will go down. And when it hits 0, the character will turn into either a crystal or a treasure chest. Treasure chests can give you extra items, and crystals can fully heal your HP and MP, as well as sometimes they can give you the option to learn extra abilities based on the class of the enemy that crystallized. There is also a hidden class in the game that depends on you crystallizing, I believe, 40 total enemies, and we'll go over that sometime later on. But as that goes, you can also change the AI of your characters. You can, of course, keep them on manual. You can change them to Berserker, which is basically go all out with attacks, no healing, no regard for your own HP. There's Defender. That's what I would. Oh, that this is basically what you would give your chemists and your white mages. It will basically prompt you to choose a target for that character, and they will do nothing but heal that target, heal and protect that target. Healer is a little bit more deceptive. It's what you would think Defender was, but here, let me look. It says focus on restoring HP and MP to allied units, but Healer will usually prioritize themselves over everybody else. And then with Coward, you attempt to flee to a safe location while recovering HP, which basically you would, if one of your characters is in critical, and you didn't want to bother controlling them while they were in critical, you would set them to Coward, and they would automatically run away from all enemies and heal. And then you can look at the status of a character. You've got the name up there. You've got their level, how much experience they have. There's bravery and faith. Bravery is a stat that it determines how often reaction abilities happen. So basically, you can look at that 64 as a percent chance. This unit has a 64% chance to proc reaction abilities, and we'll go over that again as we obtain them. Faith is a little more complicated. It has to do with magic. It affects, so a higher number of faith means that your magic will do more damage. You will take more damage from magic. You will also receive more healing from magic and do more healing from magic. And you will also be more susceptible to magical effects. So yeah, it's pretty complicated. You have zodiac signs here, and zodiac signs have compatibilities that boost their bravery and faith, and I believe some other stats. We'll be getting into that fairly soon. You've got your movement, jump, your speed, weapon power for right and left. You can equip weapons in one or the other hand, and eventually both hands. You have an attack rating for both your physical and magical. You have 3 different evasion ratings. There's the character evasion. It's just your base evasion for physical and magical attacks. There's spell or shield attack evasion. When you're able to equip a shield, there will be a bonus for physical and magical attacks. And there's accessory attack evasion, same thing as the shield, except for accessories that do that. And then you've got your equipments, your abilities. So, aside from that, we will. Oops, oh, sorry, it's not his turn. It's this one's turn. So we are going. So we finished off that squire. We're gonna go. That chemist. So we're gonna have this squire here. I don't know why, but I really love the tactics battle music. It's so simple, but like, I just love it. Oh, as I would also be careful when throwing items, because if there's an enemy unit directly in front of the unit you're trying to throw your item to, they will intercept it. So that is something you should watch out for. Go ahead and hit him. And I'll back up right here. But yeah, I was even worried about this for placing one unit wrong, but look, yeah, it's a tutorial, tried and true, and we end up gaining a job level there. So yeah, we're pretty much just gonna finish this up. I don't think this guy knows stone either. Let's see, where can I run him to? If he does know stone, no, we'll just wait then. Move you here. 12. Shouldn't be greedy. Should just wait. Because I'm probably gonna change the job class for that guy. And we'll go ahead and finish it. And just like that, the tutorial's over. Honest work would see them die old in bed, yet they chose instead this early grave. Why persist in such folly? If you aren't clear on it already, our main character is pretty naive. Oh, alright, so I got a pretty good roll on bonus trophies. You can either get this, or, well, I don't know if the only two options are these things, but there's what I just got, which was 2,000 gold, or gil, sorry, 2,000 gil, a mithril knife, a phoenix down, and one other thing. But I've also gotten just 2 potions for this, and that sucks. Basically just telling you that the map will grow out as you gain more, like as you progress the story. You can just move your cursor around and click to where you want to go. You can also move by going to the menu by pressing triangle and clicking move, and then it shows you what you have. Anything highlighted in orange or red like this is a main story battle. When you're at cities, you can go to outfitters and warriors guilds, and also taverns. Taverns have melee and rendezvous. They also have rumors. Rumors are like background story information, basically. There's a 50 Years War, which was literally a 50-year war between the countries of Ivalice and Ordalia. Ivalice is the place where we are. Basically, this is the war that everybody's talking about. The war that a lot of the peasantry ended up deserting from. So that's the war that people are talking about. So here in the outfitters, this is basically where you get items and weapons. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a rod because, well, you'll see about that in a second. I'll buy one more leather cap. Let's see, I have 3 total Phoenix Downs and I have 4 total potions. I'm gonna buy 6 potions. And alright, so now we're going to go to the party roster. We're gonna look around. What do we have here? Okay. For Capricorns, our best compatibility is a Cancer of the opposite gender. Oops. Do we even have a Cancer? No, we don't have a Cancer. Okay, so what about Libras then? Aries. We don't have an Aries. Scorpio. Okay, so I have one compatibility here. I have 2 Libras. I have a Gemini. Okay, so these two are compatible as well. Oh wait, is that true? Yeah, okay. So these two are compatible. Pisces. Virgo. Oh, that was... Oh no. Right, oh yeah. And Libras need what now? Libras need an Aries female. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of my Esquire. Remove. I probably didn't need to buy as much. Yep. Okay, so for Pisces, I need the Virgo male. So I need a Virgo male. Virgo male. Aries female. Alright, so you go to your Warriors Guild. You Virgo male. Is that Virgo? I don't know. That's Capricorn. Zone hire, male soldier. That's Capricorn. No, wait. What's that? Oops. Yes, that's Virgo. Male Virgo. Wait. Am I done? Party roster. Let's see. Aries female. Oh yeah, no. Oops. How will I do this? Since I have two Libras already, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these two guys. No, wait, hang on. You take your stuff off first. Equipment. Remove. Dismiss. Sorry, buddy. Oh, chew. Equipment. Remove. Dismiss. Okay, so I have 4 guys. I may have to get rid of this dude too. This was Cancer. Okay. I should just bring up my little my cheat sheet. Compatibility chart. Okay, let's see. Capricorn, Cancer, a Cancer female, Aries female, Virgo male. I think two of these guys needed to be the same. Two of them needed to be the same, so I should have gotten rid of her. I'm thinking about this in terms of not having a guest character. Because when you have random encounters, your guests don't join your party, so you have your own. So basically what I'm trying to do is hire on compatible warriors. So I needed a Cancer female. It's an Aries. Did I need an Aries? I did keep a Libra. And then I need a Cancer female. There it is. Fire. Yes. Now I need 500 more. So I'm gonna go to the outfitter. I'm gonna sell. Well, I did get some extra stuff here. I got a holy water for 1,000. Holy waters, yeah. I will usually sell those. Alright, so I need a male. What was it? A male. No, not a male Pisces. A male Virgo? That is Virgo. There we go. Higher. Okay. This. Alright. So I basically have one extra party member now. So these two go in. These two go in. I guess Pisces is gonna get left out. No, we'll do Pisces. Yeah, we'll do Pisces, Virgo, and leave these two out. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one of whoever ends up being the leftover. Change jobs. Oh, I didn't level up, so I can't change jobs. I can't even learn Phoenix down. That's unfortunate. unfortunate. At least somebody will know. Items. She can. Items. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and move on. We have a cutscene here. It's another flashback. So basically at the end of the 50 Years' War. What news of the war? The Order has struck a great blow. Limberry is ours once more. We will be able to recall our forces in Centennia and on. All goes as planned, Lord Father. Be not troubled. The envoy dispatched to Advocate Lenario has returned. He has agreed to your proposal, Lord Father. Good. Very good. And the war will die with me. Father. There now, Halma. Do you want my last memory to be of your tears? Where is that Ramza? He should be here at your side. Dysadar Zalbag, you're dear to me, but Ramza is no less so. Though he be not the issue of the womb that bore you, my sons, still my blood courses his veins. Watch after him. Lord Father! You forget yourself, Ramza. You have come. Good. Let me look once more on your face. Lord Father, how long has it been? You've grown into a fine young man. I would hear of your studies. You've been at the academy since spring, is it?
Hear me, Ramza. For generations, we Beowulfs have stood foremost of those who would serve the crown. Ours is the soul of the night. Become a knight worthy of your name. Tolerate no injustice. Stray not from the true path. You will know the path you must walk. A Beowulf can walk no other. I will not fail you, father. Your friend, Delita, he is a good boy. He is low-born, but he can serve you well. I've made arrangements for him to enter the academy. You should have seen the look on the headmaster's face. In the years ahead, you will need someone whom you could trust. You could do far worse than Delita. As you say, father. Take care of your sister. And show these brothers of yours what it is to be a knight.
Whew. Pretty powerful stuff. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and end things off for this time. If you like this part, go ahead and give me a like, comment, and tell me things you maybe didn't like, maybe things I can improve on. And I will see you all in the next one.